Community land trusts are complex organisations to set up because they require legal, financial, technical and social inputs. And many communities don't necessarily have those skills. So the key attribute is, where is a community going to get, if you like, support? So what we've done, we've set up a number of CLT umbrella bodies, which in essence are based on counties, and those umbrella bodies are places where individual communities can go and get the answers to questions.
The regional support bodies, or umbrella CLTs, provide the one-to-one technical support for a CLT, right from the very beginning in forming a CLT, right through to developing the scheme. And really we see that as vital to any scaling up in CLT activity.
Well, it's a long name for a project, the Somerset, Dorset and Devon Community Land Trust project, but we think it's self-explanatory. And that's what it is. It's providing advice to emerging community land trusts in 3 counties, and also to housing associations, councils, rural housing enablers, other people who need to find out about community land trusts.
In terms of delivering actual housing schemes, we've completed, at the moment, we've completed 36 houses, and we have several more under construction and several more in the pipeline. So things are on a roll at the moment.
We've got something in the region of 12 communities who are setting up CLTs all at different stages, with Crosby Ravensworth being the lead trust. And I've found it really inspiring actually working in Cumbria, because it seems that the communities here are quite self-confident.
I think without Andy, we wouldn't have started at all. We had no idea what Community Land Trust was. Andy started us down the route and has provided endless support during the process. And I know now there are a lot of other community land trusts which are at very early days in Cumbria. Andy's supporting those, and I think quite a lot of those are now following in our footsteps and using some of the good work we've done with Andy to go forward.
I think regional support for CLTs is very important because it gives a professional backup system which can point out the various options that are available. So we don't tell people that this is the way they have to do it, but we say these are the ways it can be done and what the advantages and disadvantages are of following a certain route.
We're lay people, we're not developers. The statutory bodies tend to think that we are, but actually no, we're lay people, and this is a community trying to help itself, and Cornwall Rural and the Umbrella CLT have been tremendously helpful in giving us their advice and what we should do in different circumstances, have been really supportive throughout.
The sector is in its fairly early stages in England, and the experience of different communities is as different as varied as the communities themselves. And I think for those people really interested in the kind of idea of a CLT, to try and understand how these different pilot projects, emerging projects, early adopters work, is difficult unless they've got a support service like us that can kind of bring that experience together.
It's no coincidence that in the areas of the country where we have a lot of CLT activity, that's where the umbrellas are. And it's because of that that we want to see that sort of support become much more widespread across the country.
So you've got umbrellas, you've got individual projects, either emerging or are already community land trusts. So how do you provide the glue to keep them, if you like, in contact with each other, and also for there to be a free exchange of information? And to do that, we've been promoting and are about to formally implement the CLT network. The network will have probably 4 or 5 roles. It will work with government on policy, for example. It will, if you like, franchise training opportunities. It will organise conferences. It will do one-to-one work in introducing a group in one part of the country to a group in another part of the country that's already done it. But last but not least, it is, if you like, the public face of the CLT movement, so that individuals, government departments know if you want to know about a CLT, it's the CLT network. They might not have all the answers, but they know someone who does.